It's the Caitlin MTG Show.
I think Pyrogoyf might be a better card than Ragavan. Pack one, pick one. Pyrogoyf's fucked up. Breach right there. Yeah, I'm not super high on Breach's gameplay. Somebody else can get Breach into Brain Freeze. One awkward thing about taking the 4-drop instead of the 1-drop is now we're going 4-drop into 4-drop. A little bit more competition at the top end. Ooh, Flame Slash, sure. If you're out of propensity for blue, black, or white here, Daze, Inquisition, or Mother of Runes would all be fine. I'm going to take Phantasmal Image out of this pack. Pretty nice one to copy Pyrogoyf with. This pack fucking sucks. I'm going to take Jacked Rabbit. Smuggler's Copter and Screaming Nemesis are the two interesting cards for me here. I'm going to take the Copter. He's bought a new office chair. Very exciting. Yeah, the older I get, the more stuff like chairs and beds get, like, the more exciting that stuff. You spend so much time in them. The Evangelist is kind of cool, the Smuggler's Copter. Robber the Rich isn't bad. It's not, like, amazing, though. Yeah, let's just take the Robber. Red's the color that I want to cut here. Ephemerate Pyrogoyf. Are we going to Ephemerate? I had a really nice Ephemerate draft the other day. Hey, Fats Master, thanks for the 33 months there. Oh, shit, what up? Apparently it's good for tall people. Very cool. A Bureau Metro 2 high back. I'm gonna look up a picture real quick. Ooh, that looks like a good chair, all right. That looks like a good chair, all right. Herman Miller's. Yeah, that's a brand I recognize. One of the more talked about ones. I think mine's a Steel something. Steel something, rather. Steel case, Steel bag. I don't know. It was something that one of my mods... It was a brand that one of my mods recommended on in the Discord. And I basically just took the brands that they recommended and I plugged them into the Facebook Marketplace to see if there was anything interesting nearby. And I got like a several $100 chair for $50, and I was like, good enough. It does smell like Indian food, which is a perk. Should I try this thing? I haven't played this card like at all. Yeah, maybe I'll just be Jeskai. Oh yeah, office furniture is hella expensive. I remember the first time I could afford like a decent desk, and it's not even that schwankity. Just something I ordered off Wayfair. But it's got a marble top on it, and it's very heavy. And the doors are lined with felt and stuff. And when I got it, I was like, I fucking made it. I'm gonna put a fancy bottle of booze in one of these drawers. The desk that I'd been using beforehand was something that I got from Walmart, and it was like one of those cheap, super cheap material. It just like fell apart within a year or something, but got me where I needed to go. And then this one I've had, God, it must be like 7 or 8 years now. I'm gonna grab the Bombardiers here. That card's too good. It's fucked up. We really need steam vents. We really need wooded foothills. We need fixing so bad, but Broadside Bombardiers is just going to win games. It's going to win more games than having good mana would win, which is very high praise. I'm just going to take a Thari here. We could also, like, ditch blue if we need to and just be Boros. And that'll be a little less demanding on the mana, too, right? We still have that option. A little Fury action. Haven't had Fury in a bit. Plays well with that Ephemerate I got, huh? Could be a combo. Minsk and Boo, huh? So Metamorph plays pretty well with Pyrogoyf. Metamorph plays pretty well with our deck in general. But we saw Taiga going around. I think the green fixing is going to be there. I think you're supposed to take the Minsk here. Hey, Hawabaji thinks that 33 months there. A roguelike card game? Is that how you describe Magic? I almost need this Galvanic Discharge just to have something going on in the early game. Challenger's really good, though. Challenger's worth playing on our Minskin Boo Splash for sure. What am I supposed to grab Llanowar Elves? That was about the other game. Fair enough, Hawabaji. Fair enough. I thought you were teasing me. But yes, the other one was Monster Train. It was indeed a roguelike card game. Well, there's a fixer. There's a little bit of fixing. Yeah, one of the issues with grabbing Mana Dorks is then you're moving green from being a splash color to a base color, and that might be tricky. We have no fetches currently for Wrenn and 6, and we're like partway through pack 2. So even though it's a good card, I'm a little skeptical that it would pan out here. And the Jetmir's Garden is like our Tri-land, so you just grab it, huh? Let's take a Giver of Runes. That's not like a terrible thing to play on turn 1. Galvanic Blast would be a literal shock here, so. Yeah, I need to clean my office. I have too many projects spread out. And I've got this huge bag of empty tea cans, empty liquid death cans. And it glares at me ominously when I move into the room. It's hard to get up the gumption to like do a deep clean in the middle of winter. It's like I just want to fucking bury my head in blankets and never move. Am I not a fan of Rabble Master? No, that card sucks. It's a little bit better with Smuggler's Copter in the deck, because you can like save the 1/1s by crewing. I was kind of hoping that Taiga we saw earlier would wheel, and it super did not do that. Ice Hop over Voltage. Guide of Souls plays really well with Jacked Rabbit. We have 2 original duels, and neither of them fit our deck somehow. The Mox Diamond would help. The Mox Diamond would help with the fixing. I think I'm gonna take the Mox Diamond over the Guide here. Do I have a favorite archetype to play? No, it's whatever's open. I have leaned more and more aggressive, for sure. I've played a lot of guys' Cradle decks this season, for sure. I'm gonna grab 4th out of this pack. What if red becomes the splash? What if we cut Robber the Rich? I mean, there's still Fury here. So Luminarch works with Jacked Rabbit. These 3 red cards are all worth thinking about, huh? Lightning Bolt, Gut, and Fear Missing Out. I would take Gut over Fear Missing Out for sure. Gut's just much, much better. Just wins a lot of games on its own. I think what I'm going to do here is take the Luminarch Aspirant and keep the white emphasis. And then Ignoble here. Hey, any fixing at all? Get over here. Yeah, that's our big issue right now. There's a lack of fixing. Really glad I grabbed that Mox Diamond, because the lands have not been a-flowin'. I'm gonna grab Fabled Passage here, a card that I kind of despise, but we really need it just so that our deck functions, right? Yeah, we're not getting anything late. The Oliphant helps a little bit, but it is more slow mana, right? We already have some slow mana with the Fabled Passage and the Garden coming to play. Tapped. If the Oliphant is getting Jetmir's Garden, it's kind of like having 2 comes to play tap lands in a row. It's pretty brutal. But it will let us keep more openers, which is kind of what we need here. And it also pitches to Fury, so that's not bad. Plenty of playables here. Fireball wheeling, it's nice to see. Naturally, the Fear Missing Out wheels, right? The one that I was uninterested in. With Gut and Bolt there. It's kind of weird that Gut and Bolt disappeared, because like none of the red cards disappeared from this pack. How bad is cutting green? Pretty atrocious. With Minskin Boon, Bloodbraid here. You could cut the early 1-drops and maybe the Ursine, but you're going to play these cards for sure. I think the green 1-drops help our curve out quite a bit. We got to consider this Lumberjack too. And probably not, We have 2 Cascaders between the Challenger and the Trumpeting Carnosaur, which is cool with the Delayed Blast Fireball. If you wanted to play all 3 of those, they would play really well together. That said, we can also cut the Delayed Blast Fireball, cut the Carnosaur, trim down on red a bit. The Lumberjack makes Carnosaur look a lot better. Lelian Delayed is like harder to set up. I feel like I cast like maybe a card off Lelian in a game. A lot of times you have to play removal pre-combat, and then you just don't have the mana for what you hit off the Lelia. Is the white-white on Skyclave a problem? It could be. Could think about that. It is nice with this Ephemerate, but we don't have to play the Ephemerate either. I just liked it with the Fury and the Pyroglyph. Really cute with Carnosaur. The Ephemerate. Burst Lightning. I think Burst Lightning is worse than Slash, Oust, or Braid. And Winds is doing something a little bit different. Just thinking here. I'm considering moving lighter on white, which would involve bringing in some like worse red cards. But then our mana requirements are just Athari and 4th for white. And those can be like kind of late game things. Maybe you play the Winds, maybe you play the Oust. Mox Diamond doesn't have you lower your lane count, Lucanus, the opposite. Mox Diamond and Lumberjack are very land hungry. Robert's a possibility for sure. Might be better than Kellen. Yeah, this is just not enough green sources, huh? This is 13 red. 6 green. And we need a lot of forest for the Lumberjack. 6 white's about appropriate. I could see going up 1 more, but 6 white's not bad. This is 10 red and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white. Or 9 green, rather. 9 green feels excessive, even with the Lumberjack. Only one of those is not a forest, right? The Copperline Gorge. We do want it on turn 1 for the dorks, right? The untapped for the dorks. I'm going to do this. I think this is reasonable. What makes you decide to run a Mox Diamond? I do. I always do. Easy. The cube's very fast. There's like basically no decks that don't want to run a Mox Diamond these days. I do not think Mox Diamond is a top 20 card, but top 50 for sure. I was gonna say, I hope they play something that has the Fury. I don't know about pitch casting it though. Second my Bombardiers. Give it a turn here, see what they do. Dashing Hum. Well, that's a lot of damage. So now Broadside sacrificing Smuggler's Copter. Would grow the Pyrogoyf out of range. There's no easy answer for that, Jigrish. There's no minimum land count for lands in your deck where you'd still play Mox Diamond, because you could play a deck that has like 14 lands, where you're like, oh, that's way too low for Mox Diamond. But if that 14 land deck happens to have like several 3-mana draw 7s, it's going to be an incredible Mox Diamond. You're just going to have the cards. You're just going to want the free mana. So I just wouldn't think about it like that, about like thinking about like a hard line or whatever. If you always play Mox Diamond, you're going to be right like 99% of the time repeating. It's not worth this this level of mental energy. No, Lab Man. It hasn't been the Power Max Cube for a while. It was only that for a couple of weeks. Well, you got me. Pretty low on instant speed removal, huh? We got a Braid that can hit that thing. And I mean, we can just apply better pressure. There's like, yeah, there's a Braid, Delayed Blast Fireball. That's about it. Ephemerate would have been good that game. They want Ephemerate in here. Over Winds. An odd little splash. Terrible. Now we're looking for an untapped land off of this loot. I'll try and play 4th next turn. Get something rolling. I set up a humidifier in my room here, and I think it's helping, but helping the dryness. But some of it was hitting my leg. A little cold, a little chilly. Yeah, basically the fear of missing out can break the Magda. So it makes sense to leave it back here. Old Caleb Dampleg, that's what they call me, Nadim. We're in a pretty good spot to draw one of our premium 4-drops, whether that's Pyrogoyf or Minskin Boom. Hey, sup, Pyrogoyf? And that should guarantee that we get a pretty solid turn this next turn. Yeah, I didn't get it from my Skin Band Wedge. I've just like had this dry cough going. And I think the air is just drying, and it's just making it hard to not cough when I'm talking. You know, your throat uses a lot of moisture if you're talking a lot. So I'm hoping that helps. I set up one by the bed, and I've been sleeping a little bit better. That's been nice. That is annoying. Oh, it doesn't kill the 2/2, though. Sure, sure. And they lose a card to play it. Tarfire, huh? And then they have 5 mana. What are they going to do with 5 mana? Overlord, sure. I guess they only had 4 mana. Must have been counting the Monarch. Make sure I use a humidifier solution in there, because humidifiers can grow mold. I can see the... Like, it only holds enough water for like a day and a half, and then I have to refill it. It's literally just like an empty jug. If there was mold, I would see it when I was refilling it. Be able to clean it out and stuff. But I appreciate the tip. supposed to clean them out every week or two. I did not know that. It sounds like something I should have known. This is kind of awkward, huh? I wonder if I'm just supposed to serve in and not play the broadside. I'm gonna do this and like, cause they can do like block and then sack and kill the broadside. So I'm gonna do this and then they can sack and kill my broadside. But at least they'll take 6 and I'll get the monarchy back. Before I drew the broadside, they were probably gonna block and sack and kill the Mox Diamond anyway. And we still have all 3 of our colors. And now we're drawing to a turn. This fucking Rabble Master, huh? You're supposed to change your pillow once a year. EPA says to clean your humidifier every 3 days. Every 3 days? Yeah, right, Amrando. 3 days seems... I don't know. I think I could do once a week. Opponent has officially gotten more use out of my Monarch than I have. Not a fan of that. And now we have to use the Oust on this Overlord, but then the figure is just going to get huge. Kind of rough. I wonder if I should have ousted the figure. Just like let them have an Overlord. Because the Pyrowave beats the Overlord in combat. Whereas this turns into like an 8/8, right? With flying and first strike. Yeah, I think I should have ousted the figure actually. I think I fucked up. This game turned around when I think we were winning for like half of a turn. Weirdly, the person with the monarchy going for the entire game has pulled into the lead. Fury could swing it back right now. Alright, well, GG's. This hand's very similar to keeping a 2-lander with a Mana Dork. Or no, it's not like that at all. Just a 2-lander. We're going to Mox Diamond, bin the mountain, and use Oliphant to find our tri-land. And then if we find land number 3, we should be able to operate for a while. Yeah, Warren, the way that they did it, they had like multiple blockers. Prevent me from doing anything too nasty. This is a spot where it'd be real nice to have a Surveil land. I think leveling up the figure would have made them vulnerable to like a path effect, right? Something of that ilk. Nice, hitting those lands. We got this Carnosaur if they try and crew the copter there. That's fair, Warren. I can't argue with that. Can't argue with that reasoning. Just gonna add this to the stack because I can. Hey, there we go. The brood cometh. Have any other experience counters hit Legacy or Cube? For a little bit, Marin was played in Legacy. I don't think it has in a while. And it's seen some Cube play, too. The one, it's like a 4-mana 3/4, and you just, like, rebuys your creatures. If you have enough experience, it rebuys them into play, and otherwise you just get to Gravedigger every turn. Pretty good card. Green-black. Yeah, I think a lot of people played that in Nick Fit for a little bit. Solid Green Sun tutor up. I wonder if there's something to, like, not attacking with the Rebel in case the opponent answers Athari. And then you can reroute the Athari on the opponent's EOT. 2 damage is 2 damage, though. Is this Emperor gonna rebuy the Trumpeting Carnosaur? They could rebuy Flage to for sure answer Athari. But then we just get it back and win the turn after. Yeah, I'd get back Trumpeting, too. Trumpeting is so much cooler and more fun. What confuses you is them having 1 foretell card in the cube. If they foretell, you know what it is. Yeah, but it's a very good card. So you want them to put bad cards in the cube, so there's like this like weird little, oh, what could it be? Got some like unplayable ones. Just there's a chance that the card is dog shit. Oh, it's a mystery. No, they have the 1 good foretell card, and yeah, people know what it is, but it's like, okay, well, you play it and it's good. There's no like weird game about it. Isn't there a foretell time walk? Yeah, it costs like 7 mana, right? Costs like 7 mana and makes a couple 1/1s. It would not be the best time walk to add to the cube. Oh, there's plenty of cubes that support trash, Lord Sorrow. Plenty of cubes that support trash, just not this one. Opponent's doing reanimator-y stuff. Should probably bring that exercise in, but it's not like better than my current white removal spells. I'm just gonna run this back. This is very slow, We got our 3 colors of mana. Makes it tempting, but I'm gonna send it back, I think. Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, it is better. It does have a Mox Diamond at least. Skyclave could be useful. Yeah, we only have we only have like 7 or 8 white sources in here, and so the double white is rough. I think it's 7. Boo. Well, that's something to abrade at least. Got the fucking whirligig there. Let me know there's lag happening. Thank you, whirligig. It's got some ridiculous name. The Throbber, yes. Yes, all hail the Throbber. They tapped their mana. I was like, am I getting fucking mana leaked? Glad I was not. Yeah, at this stage, we just want to draw, like, Fright Manic Cascader, or fucking Fourth, Athari, all that stuff. Got me. Blinking Staff? We staff blinking? Fair enough. Get a little value, why not? Kind of hate my options here, right? Maybe I wasn't even supposed to serve with the headliner, just the broadside. Opponent's like, you're letting me untap with Ocelot Pride? Really? Uh-oh. No, that's too many tokens. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Alright, maybe we can find like a Fury or something. Or that Fireball card, huh? Wouldn't that have been good? So one issue with killing the Athari here is that the rebels can just rebuy it. The issue with ousting it is they just fucking get it back in 2 turns. I think we're supposed to oust this 1/1. Do I have plans for when this cube ends? Just my usual. Play a bit of Modern, play a bit of Legacy, play some Arena Cube, play some Standard. I haven't played Standard in a bit. Standard's good right now. Damn. Looks like I did not have anything good coming up anyway. Thinking. Yeah, this is fine. 100% Monster Train. When I'm doing my regular rotation, usually I spend. I've kind of liked doing 1 day of variety streaming a week, especially on days when I'm streaming 6 days. It keeps me regular, keeps my schedule regular, but then also like gives me a little bit of a break. I don't know if I'm going to 100% Monster Train. That's kind of a lot. I don't know when Slay the Spire 2 is coming out. There's like other deck builders, right? Other deck builders I want to stream. But eventually, you know, there's no rush. Game's not going anywhere. I am enjoying it though. I'm enjoying that Monster Train game. It's like the kind of the perfect game to warm up with. A lot of deck builders are kind of like that. You can fire up around, kill some time, do some cool shit. Doesn't have to be your whole personality. I'm glad you're excited to see more Monster Train, though. Ooh. This is probably my favorite tune about a rattlesnake. Pop the Monster Train cherry. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've only done 4 runs so far. Has some similarities to Wild Frost, which I also enjoyed. What's my favorite tune about a rooster? You know that Alice in Chains one? Howling Giant's got a cool cover of that one that I play a lot. Do I have any tunes that I like about horses? Oh my. It was worth an extra point of damage to fireball there. That was good enough for me. Genesis MTG just threw down a $20 donation saying, what do you think about a stack stip? If you think it's not possible. At first I read that as sacks. I got kind of excited. Something simple like alternate odd and even mana values and picks. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if stacks is possible. Not a very stacksy cube. What with lacking the smokestack? I don't think there's like anything prison-y, is there? There's like strip mine and wasteland recursion. We can try. Taxing white creatures. Yeah, I mean, there's Thalia. And there's the white creature that blinks a card out of your hand. Hey, mana works. Thanks for 20 months there. The big 2-0. There's a chance we don't actually use this Mox Diamond. It would fix for white here. Might get looted away with the Smuggler's Copter. We'll see how our draw goes. Hey, Adam T, thanks for 16 months. Run for my life. You don't tell me what to do. Alright, now we drew a 2-drop that can crew the Copter next turn. I like using the Mox Diamond a lot more. Yep, Cupid's going well. It is indeed. 16 months. You can't believe it. I can fucking believe it. Where do you run after the hills? You, I think you set up camp there. You become a hill person. Hill folk. Very hard for them to send cavalry up there after you. AJD toss, thinks that's 63 months there. Cube! You know it. Yeah, I thought I was just going to be passing the turn and activating my Trailblazer here. But this works out well. Get that Jace off the board, huh? The game has ended. Needlehead a little tempting here. Needlehead and Robber and get a little bit better in this sort of matchup. Yeah, Copter did a lot of work that game, huh? Smoothing out things. Smoothing out the beans. Making sure the beans weren't too spiky. Fast League. I mean, that happens. That happens with this archetype. One of the fun things about it. Yeah, if we landed a Fear of Missing Out next turn, I would have looted away the Oust. Been a white card, get a little closer to a white source for the Athari. Oh, opponent grabbing Athari, sure. Fair enough. Same plan. No 3-drop here. Yeah, we haven't seen that stuff though, Adam. We can't cast an Oust. So, I like binning it. Wasn't sure if I was going to Abrade or Slash. I think I was leaning towards Slash, hold up the Abrade as an instant. But now we drew a 2-drop. Just got another reason to do it, hum. I think this is going to get countered or killed or something. Pass it with 4 mana up, right? Okie dokie. Would stacks generate the same number of questions as Rexer? Yeah. I'd probably just put prison. Or prison/stacks. cruising through there. All right, let's try and